What's up, guys? Kevin Cage back with another XRP update. If you want daily crypto news, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's dive right into this one. First off, there's a bunch of information. If this video is long, feel free to put this on 2x speed. My voice is still recovering, so apologies if it sounds raspy, and I want to show you what we are seeing here. So XRP currently at 18.6 cents, and just what I wanted to show you guys is in October 28th, when XRP was, let's see, when XRP was give or take maybe 25 cents, I made a bet with a buddy in the XRP community, and I made a bet that XRP would be at 18 cents by end of year. Now, I did not anticipate the run up. I'm an idiot because I missed a lot of this for my short-term trade swings. Of course, I have my long-term XRP. I'm not selling it no matter what. All I'm doing is accumulating and buying the dip. But I made this bet, and you can see October 28th, and I'll let him remain, anonymous. He's a really smart guy. I'm certain you guys have retweeted his tweets regarding XRP in this community. And it was just kind of a joke. And obviously, he's just a smart dude because, we bet 100 XRP, overall. So if XRP was at 50 cents, I would have owed him $50. So at the end of the day, he was just, playing the odds and just being a smart guy. But my bet was 100 XRP by end of year. As we can see here, October 28th, 2020. He said, let's do it. Obviously because he has logic and he's a smart guy. And he owes me 100 XRP or I owe him 100 XRP if it does not. So kind of a win-win. Just wanted to show you that. And I mean, understand, we've been seeing this for quite some time. I did upload a video for my Patreon supporters. Looks like we got a few views here regarding XRP and the targets that we had set. So we know exactly what's going on. It's almost coming into our buy zone for target 1, and then target 2 is next up. So I want to talk about a bunch of stuff. I want to talk about consensus. I want to talk about, Joe Lubin, some acquisitions, and all of the FUD going on in this ecosystem. More and more people are capitulating on XRP. It's like when the price, moves down, they forget all the fundamentals that they've been researching for years. It does not make sense to me whatsoever. But again, this game is not supposed to be easy. We're talking about one of the biggest wealth transfers the world has ever seen. 99.999% of people will miss out, will doubt it, or even underestimate the opportunity at hand, and I will not. All right? So right here, first off, Coinbase. Given the SEC's recent action against Ripple the company, all XRP order books have been moved to limit only, and Coinbase plans to fully suspend trading in XRP on Tuesday, January 19th. Now, days mean things. I also know that we have some big things coming January 4th. I do anticipate further drops. In yesterday's video, I believe I did say it, unless it was only for Patreon supporters. If we drop below 26 cents, I see another drop coming, and that is only the first one. There's still another one behind that. So again, I do dollar cost average, but I wait for them to get to my actual targets before I begin staggering those buys. All right, because every single penny counts for me. But at the end of the day, guys, I cannot wait for this cup to finish. We can go past 70 cents, $2, etc., and get back with this bull run. But a lot of people did not see this coming. And honestly, I was starting to even doubt it when XRP wicked to 92 cents on Coinbase. But all I knew was we have the gaps. I showed my charts on, Patreon, and there's just a bunch happening. So we're going to keep going. Coinbase will suspend the trading, guys. You're all good. You can still keep your XRP. I even have some Coinbase or XRP on Coinbase, just a little bit, and I'm not leaving it whatsoever. Some people, like my friend was texting me, a good buddy, and he actually might be selling his XRP at a loss. And that is not what, that's not what I stand for. But at the end of the day, you have to do what is best for you. There's no judgment here, but I'm not going anywhere. I've seen all I need to see. None of this is financial advice in this video, guys. Please come to your own conclusions, all right? Everybody's freaking out and acting like XRP's half a penny like it was in 2017. We're not at all-time lows by any means. This is just a game of manipulation. And what if XRP is actually going to lead the pack and everybody's going to QNT and ADA and all these other alts, which I hold, by the way. They're long-term holdings of mine because they're great projects. But what if you're diversifying into an asset that is about to do what XRP is going to do? Just food for thought. Time will tell. All right, so my advice for other people is this. Even OKCoin now has suspended trading. I saw crypto.com as well that they will be halting trading, okay, for XRP. The FUD is rampant. US investors may get hit hard. So what my advice is go to CoinMarketCap, go to XRP, and go to the market. Now click market, you can click see all, and look at exchanges that have XRP, and you can see all the pairs. So for example, if you're brand new, before we get into some news, you can see XRP USDT. I hate Tether, but yes, it is still highly liquid. Be mindful of that. And just go through some of these exchanges. Some of them are janky, some of them are sketchy, but honestly, see if you can get on Uphold, see if you can go on KuCoin, see if you can get on BitRu, see if you can go on Kraken, even Gate.io, all of these exchanges, because you want to have on-ramps. I didn't come this far to see XRP go low, and then I'm unable to buy it. So I have insurance policies in place, and I've been saying this even before Coinbase announced the trading halt. Okay? This is all FUD in my mind, but the people that have not done the years of research are going to say it's confirmation bias and are going to miss out. And I guarantee when all of this is done, even if XRP, even if it does go under 10 cents briefly, I guarantee we are going to see the prices that we just saw, 50 cents plus, $2 plus, again. And that is my opinion in this market because I see what is being controlled, all right? So we'll keep going here. So we have XRP Crypto Wolf. So Central Bank of Iran official says cryptocurrency has made no contribution to bypassing sanctions. Now it's almost like they're going anti-Bitcoin. And again, before it was kind of like a bullish sentiment in the past. So we're going to watch this. Words mean things. Of course, we have to keep an eye on the Middle East as well and understand a lot of these countries were using crypto or looking at new payment rails to get around SWIFT. Essentially, the US dollar being the reserve currency and bullying them. There's a lot of geopolitical tensions. This is the perfect storm. We have a pandemic. We have the Dow Jones at all-time high. We have Bitcoin at an all-time high. We have Tether with a $1.4 trillion lawsuit. And everyday people and sheep are worried about a little Ripple lawsuit when they're going to get a slap on the wrist. The former SEC chairman called XRP a currency. It's not going to be security. It's either going to be a commodity, a utility token, some new classification. And there's people that are actually buying this and literally watching an article and then commenting on my videos, XRP is a sinking ship. It is comical to me. I don't comprehend it. And remember, the last laugh is all that matters. All right. Also, I want to talk about this family briefly. If you guys have time, go watch this. The rise and the fall of the Medici family out of Italy, a very wealthy family if you guys are familiar with them in the history. And I want to show you this cool thread that I found, and props to these guys. So we have the Oracle sharing this alongside with, who was it? Right here. So we got Jackie52103808. Now, pretty interesting. I'm just going to, speed through this. I encourage you guys to go look at this. So has anyone noticed that the Medici family started the bank again, getting back into banking? This is no regular bank. This is a digital currency bank. Don't think for 1 minute this isn't a power play by one of the first families to ever start a bank. Move over Rothschilds, let the dethroning begin. So we can see right here, there's a new Medici Bank after 500 years, and this time it is crypto friendly. This was May 2019. These institutions see what's coming, guys. If you watch the hundreds of videos, you know why are JP Morgan, Fidelity, all of these, even BlackRock hiring a new crypto value guy for value in crypto assets. It's because this is that final cup that is being formed, the final shakeout. And guess what? It's not just one drop. The one drop came for XRP. Everyone's going to buy it and they think they bought the bottom. Not quite yet. The markets are more complex than that. All right, so we're going to watch this. Digital banking for an online world, Medici Bank. So I'm going to look more into this. I just wanted to point this out for all of you guys that continue doing your own research after this video. A fintech and a bank in one. Very interesting. Notice bank operating software system, BOSS. I like it. Cloud native. All right, borderless reminds me of the Algorand type of terminology because they always talk about, borderless economy, invisible, traditional banking, API first, etc. So definitely look into that. And then we have Jackie under here. And now this is what I want to talk about. So he actually references David Mills. If you guys remember him, Ripple's removing it from the website. I couldn't find it. They used to have old Insights articles of David Mills like years ago. And I remember doing videos in 2018 going over it. So I'm sure you guys remember. I'll have to double check and see if I can find them. But remember, David Mills was at Swell. He's spoken with Ripple for years, like several years ago. We have documents and insight articles in the past that I did YouTube videos of. What do you guys think this is from the Bretton Woods website? So you can see the World Economic Forum right here on David Mills, Assistant Director of the Reserve Bank Operations and Payments Systems Division of the U.S. Federal Reserve, talking about role of central banks in modernizing payment systems. The US Fed board, and of course, Ripple was one of the early companies within several months of starting to go meet with them. We had Greg Kidd, one of the first employees, join, and he said he was playing like cards, and he said when he heard of Ripple, the concept, it was like Moses parting the seas. And now he owns 1% of the complete float of XRP and was on the Federal Reserve Board. All right? Or what was he? Advisor. I'll have to go look at the LinkedIn. Again, go look. Greg Kidd. All right? And of course, he's CEO of Global ID. There's so many things going on. So he pointed to Ripple, dollar to euro encrypted foreign exchange network, as a positive example, but argued that more research is needed before considering the government integration. Absolutely. Now, this was years ago too, by the way. And this was part of what was in the Ripple Insights article as well that I can't find now. All right? So David Mills. So we got Jackie sharing this good stuff. And then right here, Insights article. This is the only one. And of course, you can go right here. This is just a recent one, November 2020. But there were older ones, and that's what I wanted to point out. So we have David Mills here, Federal Reserve Board. And a lot of these guys, even, in the Federal Reserve, the little technology task force from, Boston, St. Louis, they have documents showing XRP in 2016, 2015, and even 2014. I remember doing a video for St. Louis, the Federal Reserve Board, and just studying the technology, the central banks, guys. So I just don't really comprehend how someone can dismiss all this because you're taking everything at face value. You have to think a little more critically. We're not in the 70s anymore where you can be like Warren Buffett, read the newspaper, find a company with good fundamentals, invest some money, and you get your returns. This world is backwards now. Everything is flipped on its head. And that's exactly what blockchain and crypto assets are going to do to this market. All right. So, yep, World Economic Forum calling for a global reset, and you guys can take that with a grain of salt if you think the World Economic Forum is evil, etc. I'm here for a return on my investment. We know that the World Economic Forum and their Global Future Cryptocurrency Council that has been created, the 1% of the 1%, has CEO of Stellar, Danelle Dixon. We have Catherine Coley, CEO of Binance US, and also Brad Garlinghouse of Ripple. So I think XRP is going to be perfectly fine. I mean, literally, right here. I love this. So we had Melbourne Crypto sharing this. The map, all the countries in the white are not suing Ripple, the company. This is what's happening, and everyone's buying it. Do not fall for this. Now, I know some people are going to capitulate. Some people are going to lash out at me. Do what's best for you. I have empathy for all of this because it's not fun seeing my portfolio go down, my long-term holdings whatsoever. But I'm taking it like a champ, taking it right to the chin, and doing what I can do because you adapt or die. I'm not going to die and give up and capitulate. I'm adapting. I'm going to be versatile with this market. All right? So, talked about that. We got Jackie going on, adapt a standard protocol for value exchange. This was Miguel Valles and Brad Kimes actually discussing a private ledger. Very interesting concepts there. I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but we have to entertain both sides if you guys want to look into that. Talk about PolySign was called Interledger FX as well. Pointed to Ripple with that dollar exchange, and this was years ago as well. So many things have changed, and business plans evolve too. So you just don't know, but I wanted to talk about that and understand the Federal Reserve Board in a variety of cities has been, or the Federal Reserve, those task forces, Boston, Chicago, St. Louis, they've known about Ripple and XRP for quite some time. Like I remember at least 2014, at least. I probably have something saved in a folder. All right. So I encourage you guys to look at that. Now, I am Legion sharing this. So we have this, you guys know the ISO 222 framework, correct? With interoperability and messaging. Well, and again, Ripple's the only DLT group focused or joining that group. Well, right here, we have ISO 24165, a way for tokens like central bank digital currencies to have a unique ID. Together with the ISO 222, this will help interoperability between central bank digital currencies and other systems and even tokens. So it's a battle between the old world, traditional finance, and the modern world, and they will be bridged. Now I want to show you this clip as well. James 700, thank you for sharing this. So we have Brad Garlinghouse, of course. We have Joe Lubin, CEO or founder of Consensus, a big Ethereum holder, and I want you guys to listen to this and obviously consider the implications. So Brad Garlinghouse talking about transparency. They're a private company. They don't have to be transparent to us. They've made it known. If Ripple disappears, XRP Ledger is still fine. So keep that in mind. So really quick, Joseph Lubin, entrepreneur, you guys can find more about him. Swiss-based, ETH Swiss, however you want to say it. Talk big Ethereum holder as well. We can see develop software mainly for the Ethereum blockchain, provides decentralized software services to companies. And remember, he's CEO of Consensus. Well, what happened? Consensus acquired Quorum, again, essentially a fork of ETH from JP Morgan. All of these groups are involved. If you guys remember the ISO family, that infographic that Matthew from Paris made in the XRP community covered it perfectly, showing XRP, XLM, Algo, USDC, IOTA, a variety of assets, all right? So let me show you this clip and just listen up and listen to the hypocrisy in this ecosystem. They all hate XRP, and I love Ethereum. I hold Ethereum too, but I just don't understand it. The hypocrisy, it bothers me.
To return to a point that, Brad, you were making, Joe, it's been said that you are one of the biggest Ethereum holders.
It has been said. I've heard that. Yeah.
Yes.
Based on no data.
How do you go about managing your treasury within Consensus and your own personal one?
I guess no comment. We personally, in terms of Consensus, we are A small fraction of the
So they don't share much information, but yet Brad gets scrutinized for not sharing everything about the XRP ledger. Keep listening.
Ethereum asset and all the assets on the Ethereum platform, and we manage our treasury like a company would manage its treasury.
The only interjection I have here is I find it interesting that Ripple is attacked for being transparent. Because we are very proactive, and we put actually the next XRP markets report, which we do quarterly, will come out sometime into this week. But because we share that information, then we're attacked for it. Yet other platforms don't share that information, and so they are insulated from those same critiques and criticisms.
Go do some research and look how much Ethereum, JP Morgan, and even Consensus hold. And I think you guys would go, whoa, maybe Bitcoin and Ethereum may have holdings that are a lot more centralized than we think. Maybe this proof of work doesn't necessarily work. Maybe Ripple with proof of consensus, proof of correctness is actually thinking about something that could integrate and operate with the current payment system. Maybe.
Criticisms. I think in the dictionary that's called hypocrisy. I'm not 100% sure, but it's close.
Is there any plan for greater transparency within Consensus in terms of how it deploys its Ethereum?
Internally, sure. And, you know, we're a private company, and we
Ripple's a private company, too.
Absolutely. And transparency is important to us. But we also have to be strategic about...
Can we just give a clap to Brad right there?
Information that we release, and we, with respect to those sorts of issues, I haven't really thought too much about
Man, if Brad was squirming up there left and right like that, I'd get a little nervous.
whether we need to disclose how we pay people, when we pay people, etc.
All right, so hopefully that sheds some light. I'm going to retweet this really quick as well. So we got Joe Lubin, again, Consensus. Guys, just understand. There's, you know, all these assets right now. So Ripple, XRP specifically, could be the one being, you know, made an example first. And the sooner we get clarity, the better this is. Yes, I know it's no fun watching price go down. I'm right there with you. I'm trying to make the most of it and accumulate more and stay positive because we know what's coming. And yes, I still wholeheartedly believe once we form this cup and pass 70 cents, break through $2 plus, and make our way towards that fib extension of $10 to $15, and then even past that, the sky is the limit. I just cannot wait for this to pass. You know, the people that actually did the research are going to know this all along, but sometimes price even does affect us. So stay strong and do not let all the fundamentals, all the research, all the connections you know get thrown out the window when price comes down. All right? So shared this. We're almost done, guys. A bunch of information. So BitRu XRP and FLR ratio has been decided, which means BitRu will be opening FLR trading on the XRP pair starting January 6th. We'll also be airdropping your initial flare distribution into your accounts on December 30th. Now, I believe it is not just, it's only for people outside of the United States. I was reading this earlier, but nonetheless exciting that we have some flare coming on the way. All right? And BitRu links are in the video description, guys, along with Kraken, any other exchanges. Get many on-ramps and off-ramps as well. Oh, and thank you, sir, for tagging me in this. All right. Next, in other news, guys, just so we can see Stephen Bull Diep. So we have, despite the lawsuit from the SEC, Ripple is still moving forward and growing as a company. We can see Ripple is looking for a senior director to engage with central banks. Now they're hiring a technical partner manager to work with the central banks for central bank digital currency deployment. This is something I'm watching. While everyone is scared, they're selling their XRP, I'm looking at the fundamentals, and I understand that Ripple is going to be a behemoth, and I know what is coming. The other countries do not care what XRP's designation is. It will happen either with the US or outside of it. Innovation will go elsewhere, and this is what we've been calling this entire time. And it's not just me, it's not just other YouTube channels, it's everybody with logic actually listening to the higher up people in the fintech space, the regulators, etc. We've been seeing this, and we're going to keep screaming it and getting ridiculed for even talking about XRP when it's down. But these are the times when I should be making videos. I shouldn't disappear when when price is down and everybody's sad. This is when people need it the most. And so, remember, I have not gone for 3 years. I've been going and just trying to make these videos, and I cannot wait for it to pay off. When XRP moons, I'm probably going to be long gone though, and just work on philanthropy and do, life blogs and vlogs. I think that'd be more fun. So right here, and probably look at other investment opportunities with you guys as well, and just work on, growing wealth and making sure I distribute a certain amount as well towards philanthropy. So B2C2 becomes latest crypto market maker to stop XRP trading. They are a behemoth. Guys, we know their relationship to SBI as well. SBI's came out strong as well in Japan, the country supporting XRP, saying it's not a security with the, the settlement fund, some type of law that we read yesterday. All right. So we can see non-US clients can still trade the token, but need the pre-fund all short trades. Interesting. B2C2's move comes as cryptocurrency exchange Beaxy, Bitstamp, OSL, and Crosstower have said they're halting XRP trading as market makers Galaxy Digital and Jump Trading, which are huge, stopped the XRP market making. And I know we covered that the morning after it came out. $1.3 billion lawsuit, big deal. $1.4 trillion lawsuit with Tether. And everyone's going to freak out and forget that we've been calling this. When the Tether lawsuit comes, and even Tether just, what if they halted trading? Do you know how much liquidity and on-ramps exist? And this is why I'm going to keep pointing this out. Because when you go to CoinMarketCap and you look at the Tether volume, 75 billion, that is more than Bitcoin's and Ethereum's. So we have to consider this. And this rug could be pulled out and surprise everybody. And remember, we will not be surprised when and if that happens. There are CME gaps. XRP did that 50% candle. Do not be surprised if you see Bitcoin do the same thing alongside other assets. What if XRP is leading the pack in this case, and now the news is just coming around with perfect timing? If it sounds like I have a tinfoil hat, that is fine. But let's see what happens in the next 3 months. All right, and then I'll welcome people back. So, right here, guys, Navin Gupta, Managing Director for Southeast Asia and the MENA region at Ripple. Again, MENA, Middle East, Northern Africa. So right here, people are looking at making things faster in their existing correspondent banking network, but nobody is taking away the need for pre-funded accounts. The accounts that sit there get hit with capital cost and inflation every single year. We had one of the biggest banks calling Brad Garlinghouse, asking about XRP specifically in Peru. And Brad was like really surprised because they have their rollout plan little by little, X current, then we get them on on-demand liquidity and build those rails. People need it now. The correspondent banking network has not been updated in 40 years. It was built before the internet and even the telecom transfers of wealth occurred right here. Now, which wealth transfer is next? It is value. I promise that. Now, Ripple is the only company that has a secret weapon. XRP, the digital asset, neutral, has no counterparty risk, has a decentralized exchange, all kinds of applications on the actual ledger as well. And they can reduce and potentially even eliminate altogether the pre-funded accounts. Trillions of dollars around the globe. Where does that money flow to? Instead of holding 100 currencies or 10 currencies, you can just hold XRP. Yes, it can be a much smaller amount of value, but at the end of the day, this will have a multiplier effect as well. As we showed, billions of XRP are owned by exchanges. We went through that, maybe a week or two ago. We showed that, so keep that in mind. The multiplier effects are going to be stronger. XRP was never meant for us. We are just those newbies testing the network, providing some organic liquidity to allow Ripple in this whole network to get on its feet. And yes, I do have high price expectations in the future. Do not give up. All right here, Dilip Brown, former Ripple executive. We know that he's an advisor on, Flash FX. And I believe Crypto Eddie did a phenomenal video. She may have done 2 interviews with a gentleman from there. Really good. I know there was one a while back that I watched, maybe a year or 2 ago. So now we are beginning to work with central banks. This is 2018, not to educate them like they used to. And obviously they're with the Bank of International Settlements early on, the IMF, like all these groups early on. We have already been doing that for several years, but actually have them using our Ripple technology to solve problems. Again, actually using, and yet people will laugh and say, oh, not XRP at scale. Okay, well, we've seen $1 billion in transaction volume and it's just getting started. What if MoneyGram was just a little test? Right here, Dilip Rao again. First, get banks on RippleNet to settle with fiat, US dollar, euro, Thai baht, Singaporean dollar. Then we get them to source liquidity using XRP. That's step 2. Then step 3, get them to hold XRP directly, the holy grail. That is what I'm looking for, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Give it a like, pardon my voice, and I will see you in the next video.